have to set the time and place for you, and it's the year 2000, and the place is Yosemite National Park, which is in California. And I'm there with my new boyfriend, Mike. We just started dating, and this is our first vacation, first camping trip. And we were we just were not experienced outdoors people like we are now. So we borrowed a tent, and we bought a blue tarp for the rainfly of the tent. And you may know blue tarps from things like your woodpile or your boat. You know, they're for preserving things outside. And we got to the campground, set up tent, put the rainfly over it. In the middle of the night, we heard a bear walking across our blue tarp. And as soon as the bear left, we ran out of the tent, ran to the car, and ran away. Because that's what you do when you're confronted with a bear. Well, actually, that's not what you do. But our car had been broken into, our rental car. And Mike, my very practical boyfriend, said, "Oh my God, the rental car has been broken into. How much is that going to cost?" And me, being the very emotional, hysterical photographer, was like, "Oh my God, I'm in Yosemite National Park, and my camera bag has been stolen." The year is 2000. 2 SLR cameras, 40 rolls of film. How am I going to live? So the next day, we do what you have to do, which is go and do a bear report. So we had to go to the ranger and say, "We had a bear break-in." And the first thing he said was, "What did you do to my bears?" And clearly, we were not at fault. We were assaulted. We were innocent people. No, we were completely at fault. When we drove into the campground, we didn't see the most important sign. It kind of looks like a fire danger sign. So low bear activity is down here. High bear activity is up here. High bear activity. There's lots of bears in that campground. We just kept on doing our thing. When you don't observe the signs and you're in the bear habitat, you're going to get in trouble. So the next thing that he let us know was that actually watching the Discovery Channel and about bear attacks is actually not the way you learn about bears, because what you are actually hysterical when the bear actually comes into your campground. That's not how you approach bears. When you are dealing with a black bear, what you need to do, and he's in your space, is the two of you gang up together, you put your arms over your head, and you step forward toward the bear and yell real loud, "Bear, bear, go away, bear," and you clap. And I'm not kidding you. This is real advice from a real ranger. This guy is actually approaching a grizzly bear, and that's not what you do. So you can ask yourself, how do I know this bear? Well, first thing, you know the geography of bears. Bears travel in certain areas, and there are only certain areas where both grizzly bears and black bears live. Then you're in trouble, because a grizzly bear outweighs a black bear by several hundred pounds. He's faster, and he's more angry, and he will come after you. So the next important lesson that we learned is bacon. Bacon you think is your friend, when in fact bacon is not your friend when you're in the great outdoors for a number of reasons. The primary reason is, here's just a quick pop quiz. If you had a bloodhound on one hand and a bear on the other hand, which would you rather have to find drugs in children? The answer actually is the bear, because he has a sense of smell that's 5 times better than a bloodhound. So what I had done inadvertently in my camera bag that got broken into by the bear in the car was I left a tube of chapstick in it. That could have been the reason that bear broke into the car. I don't believe it is, because there's no way I was at fault. The bears in Yosemite are way smarter than humans. Bears don't need signs to keep humans away. Humans need signs to keep humans away. I left the bag in the backseat of the car, and the bear likely smelled the chapstick or saw the bag and thought food and broke through it. The bear is a grizzly bear in this photograph. Bear sees humans, maybe he thinks food. That grizzly bear can come across the parking lot and eat your small child within a matter of seconds. That is why I'm behind all those people taking the photo. So the real story, issue with this is that you are entering the bear's habitat. You are responsible for acting like a more than responsible human being, because it's the bear's life on the line, not yours. If this mama bear comes running at me because she thinks I'm encroaching on her 2 cubs, she will be killed, not me. And I am the one that is making the mistake. Just to let you know, I did take this photograph in Glacier National Park, and we were very far away from bears. The moral of the story is, after 12 years, Mike and I are still together. Every time we go camping, we pretty much run into bears. And luckily, usually we're far enough away from the grizzly bears, and we haven't had such a close encounter yet, or again. But the real moral of the story is that the bears live in this land as well. and you need to know the lessons to live with the bears. Also, Bear had taken the camera bag out of the car and then walked around to the other side of the tent, split it open, and saw that there was no food in it and walked away. So I had my cameras after all.